Day two. Day two. Technically, second day of qualifying was a complete washout. Day two was completely rained out. We were still on a high from day one, getting up and looking at the forecast, looking at the clock, because we were pretty wiped from the drive there to Cincinnati, but then also all of the great folks that we got to meet on day one, because even though it's a tennis tournament and you think things can be pretty straightforward, tennis does not have the greatest history when it comes to being a person of color. And then you add to that Ohio is a red state, and for all of the foolishness that goes along with that thought process, we're happy to say that most of the folks that we met were just absolutely wonderful. Many were also coming in from out of town like us, but the native Ohioans that we met there were really good people. I get why presidential candidates, at least in the past, would travel from state to state, getting to meet folks to get a sense of what the concerns were for people, rural, urban, just so that you would have an idea who it is that you are going to try and represent. I hope that those days are not gone, but there are some decent folk in Ohio, and even though we didn't get to see any on day two, it was still, actually that's not altogether true. So on day two we did go to get some chili, because apparently chili is a big deal in the Cincinnati area. They have something called ways. Chili done several ways. I think it's like 3-way, 4-way, 5-way, 6-way, and it's just the addition of one more ingredient. So instead of just getting chili at this particular diner, they had Guy's Way, Guy Fieri, and he's a simple man like me, and he just likes his chili with, I think, some cheese and some oyster crackers. That's the simple way, but they do it 3-way, 4-way, 5-way, 6-way, and add cheese and onions and spaghetti. And so got to learn about the ways of Cincinnati. I also got to try something called Geta, or Goethe. I know it's from German immigrants. It is somewhat similar to Scrapple. For those of you who grew up in the Pennsylvania area, know the Pennsylvania Dutch. It is a way to stretch meat products with some sort of grain binder, usually eaten for breakfast. I grew up on Scrapple, but Goethe was not bad. It's Goethe. So it's so got to try Goethe. Got to try chili 5 ways. It was a good use of the washed out Wednesday that we did not get to see any tennis, but we did get to experience some of Cincinnati. No players, no tennis, just rain. That's day two.